Welcome back to the channel. This episode is sponsored by Sprues for our Snapbox review of the Infinities Model 132nd SB2C-4 Helldiver. So this inbox review goes along with a build series that will be coming shortly, but let's start, as you can see, with the artwork of the box itself. Nice picture. So let's crack the box open. Straight in there you see the instructions, and all of our sprues are in individual bags, so congratulations to Infinity Models for that. That's a really nice touch. Then of course on the top straight away is your nice little booklet of your instructions along with your decals, which are nice and crisp and nothing wrong there at all with those. As you can see, loads and loads of decals to be applied to this model, but also what comes with it are your belts. So some nice fabric type belts. They're going to be nice and fun to do, and along with that comes a little bit of PE with your belt buckles, ammunition, etc., as you can see there. So let's have a look at the instructions themselves. So as you can see, it's a booklet. First off, you've got the page with all the sprues, another page with sprues and the decals, and then you're straight off with the making of the model itself. So straight on to steps 1 to 8, as you can see there, nicely laid out on the page, nice and clear, step by step, with your decals going onto your dials, etc., for your cockpit, the seat belts and the PE that's going to be attached to those fabric seat belts. Lots of detail going on to this cockpit itself, and nicely laid out. Then we go on to steps 9 to 15, and this is the interior of our aircraft, and as you can see, really busy there, lots of stuff going on. The inside of the aircraft itself is in the mouldings, which we'll come to that later, so it'll pop really nicely. And then on to stages 10 through to 14, which is the engine. Now obviously that's a lot of detail going into that, a lot of special effort to be made into that, and yeah, the kit itself really does sing with that engine, really looks really nice. Then we go on to steps 16 to 17, which is bringing the fuselages together with our cockpit and our gunners area all enclosed. Obviously the spar there that goes into our wing section as well. So turning over, going to the next stage, 18 to 27, we're concentrating on our wings. So lots of detail to go into that as well, obviously, because it has a few options for our flaps and all that sort of stuff. And then it goes into bringing the nose together and etc. Steps 28 to 31 are bringing all the elements together, placing the engine cowling, bringing the wings together with the flaps, etc., and also our gun as well. Steps 32 to 38, we're now looking at the undercarriage and some of the finer detail, the propeller, the tail wheel, and some little bits and pieces there to do with the gunner seat, I think that is. Steps 39 to 45 are putting the gunner seat in and our gun at the rear, fitting the tail wheel and the other little bits and pieces, and then finally down to our canopies, and our model is complete. So still to come is the last few pages, which are the two schemes there that you can see. One is for the USS Essex in April 1945, and the other one is for the USS Randolph, February 1945. Then obviously the last pages there are our stencils. Now as you can see, there are a million stencils, not quite, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of stencils to go on our plane, and that is the instructions complete.
Turn loose your imagination by visiting the sprue box for your model making needs at www.spruebox.co.uk.
And the first sprue, as you can see, is the main fuselage and the top half of one of the wings. Some great surface detail, lots of riveting in there, recessed lines, etc. Lovely detail, really going to bring that out when we get to the painting stage. With this particular kit, I'm going to use the Infinity Extras, or one of the extras, the folded wing kit that you can buy separately. Kit number 32017 plus. And looking at the top surface of our wing there, you can see the line that you need to cut. It's nice and easy to follow, so that shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Next up, let's look at the detail of the sprue that's to do with the engine. As you can see, there's a little bit of flash on one part there, but nothing terrible. No pin marks or anything like that on the detail itself of the engine, and lots of parts there to put together and really make that engine sing. That's really going to look cracking. The next sprue has our propellers on there. Comes in different parts. They all need to go together, and then obviously you've got a little bit more of your engine detail, the back wall for your engine, the outer casing to our engine. All looks really good. The detail on there is surface detail is really, really nice. That's going to be really easy to bring that out. A little bit of flash on some of it, but nothing untoward. The next sprue is all to do with the cockpit. So you've got your cockpit walls and floors, etc., and all looking amazing. Some great detail there for the walls, for our instruments, and all that sort of thing. You've got your pedals there, your main console. You've got your main instrument panel wall there. And again, no pin marks or anything on there that's going to cause any issues or problems. So on to our next sprue. This has got our wheels. Wheels are two parts to them. They certainly look like they're going to fit together quite nicely without any issues. Some nice tread detail there as well. Lots and lots of extra bits and pieces on here that will go into the cockpit. Electronics and all that sort of stuff. Looks very nice. Going to make that pop. You've got your landing gear there as well. Some seam marks in there, but easy enough to clean out. And then you've got your instruments itself. So you've got your throttles, etc. Wing flaps, levers, and all that sort of thing. So lots of stuff there to add into your cockpit. So on to our next sprue, we've got our elevators, etc., for our wings. Now that is interesting in the way they've done that. There's potentially maybe some drilling out to be done. Not quite sure how that would work out, but certainly enough detail there for you to make everything pop. Definitely. So that's good. You've got your machine guns there as well. Quite nice crisp detail. Again, a little bit of seams along them that will need to be worked at because that will stick out like a sore thumb, unfortunately. But yeah, they're quite easy to resolve. And then you've got some struts, etc. there now on those. You most certainly have got some cleanup required. So our last sprue is the underside of our wings, and lots of surface detail on there. Nice recessed lines, etc. That's going to look absolutely lovely the way that is. You certainly can pick out an awful lot of stuff on that. And then you've got our rear wings as well on there, on this sprue as well. So the rear wings are two parts, as are the main wings themselves as well. So yeah, great surface detail, and no problems at all that I can see are going to give me any issues when I put this together. Maybe a little bit of release agent on there that needs to be cleaned off. But yeah, looks absolutely lovely. Really looking forward to putting this together. So there you go. That's a very quick look over the kit itself. Some amazing bits and pieces in it. It's obviously going to be a big build. I'm going to build this over a period of weeks. No set calendar to it, so keep an eye out for the episodes as they come up. And then we'll do a reveal at the end as well. I have got planned a base for it as well, which is going to be involving a little bit of 3D printing. But I keep that under my hat for now. So yeah, keep in tune, keep tuning in, and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss any forthcoming episodes.